Shenanigans, brothers, shenanigans, brothers, shenanigans, brothers, brothers, That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Brother Shenanigans with your fine host Johnny on the spot and
Thank you.
Rig it done. How are you doing tonight?
Doing fine. Good
Nice.
week, good day.
It was a good day. Can I get a whoop whoop?
Oh, whoop whoop.
A whoop whoop, a
Ah,
juggalo.
ah, hmm.
Welcome everybody to this third installment of the Brother Shenanigans.
Pod.
Yeah,
Woo!
definitely podcast. Absolutely.
No way.
I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot. You ready?
Mhm.
So, did you hear about my friend? He just got a divorce, John. It's sad. He just divorced his wife. Um, she's a sweet little thing. She's cross-eyed. But anyway, he had to divorce her because she was seeing somebody on the side. I tell you about my friend David.
No, go ahead.
He lost his ID the other day. Now we just call him Dav.
Got it.
Have you had enough?
No, give me more. Give me more.
You got more?
I think this is what people expect out of us. So.
Have you heard about the new trend of lovemaking going on at the KOA? You know what KOA is, right? You know the camping sites?
Of course, I know that.
Yeah, have you heard about the new lovemaking trend out there?
No.
It's fucking intense.
Sometimes at cabins too.
Besides the cabins, yeah.
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 Some of those have pools or pool tables.
Mm. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Today, Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War. Need I say more? Dropped their new trailer for the upcoming zombie maps, and I was impressed. It looks fun. I mean, I was already excited. We've been digging that a lot, but does it look neat? And I was wondering, did you get a chance to see that, or?
No, sadly, today was very busy, so I haven't really got a chance to catch up on much.
Okay, so long and short of it, they gave some peaks of the map. You are going to be in Vietnam, but it really doesn't matter. When you see the layout, you're kind of like running through like broke down buildings, but it looks like we're going to be using the transporter that takes you into the Ethereum or whatever. What's it called? You know, the dark side. You're going to be using that to get around to other parts of the map. There's some kind of new gun that looks like, I don't know, like a shotgun machine gun had a baby and shoot rays. There's a new monster other than the Megaton. He's like this big mouth with no eyes. It's all mouth and big arms. So it looks good. There's going to be a lot of cool things to shoot. And when it comes to Call of Duty, I love shooting things.
Oh, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting things, stabbing things, throwing things at things, laying down next to things, or sometimes just acting as a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yes.
Other than that, let's see. This week, I watched what's that called? A Ready Player One.
Love that.
Yeah,
I'm getting the book soon.
I introduced that to Michelle,
Ooh.
and she enjoyed it. That's my wife, for everybody who doesn't know. She very much enjoyed it, and yeah, I after watching it a second time, I just forgot how many characters are in that movie. Like little, what would you call them? Cameos?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Battle Toads. From what I can recall, just quickly off my mind, Battle Toads, Gears of War,
Yep.
at least the gun. Let's see.
Halo's
Freddy,
in there.
Yeah, Halo's in there. Freddy, Jason,
Chucky,
Freddy,
of course.
Chucky, Yeah.
Can't forget that little bastard.
Yeah, he is a little bastard in that movie. Oh shit! That and brother, I gotta. You know what? While we're still in the beginning part, I gotta eat a little crow. I gotta eat a little crow. I'm the first one to talk emotionally about things when I have a definitive opinion on them, and I want to be the first one too to say I was wrong and misguided. And what I'm talking to about is that pipeline, that damn Keystone pipeline. And you remember how adamant I was about like, well, I'm glad the Indian people are getting their ground back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, under further investigation, did you know that there's already tons of Keystone pipelines going from Canada into America? I mean, tons. All across America, it looks like veins. All right. And so this is one of many. So it really doesn't help the planet any. I hope the Indians do get their land back. But I see it now for exactly what it is. This is a play to keep everybody divided.
For Tampa Bay to actually get a Super Bowl.
Oh, Jesus.
He's done it as an assistant coach twice with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Bruce Arians, let me just say this, very great coach and everything. And all the crap he dealt with in Carolina, with the Cardinals in Arizona. Now's his time to shine. All right, he's lucky he's got a team that's up there to produce. I'm not saying specific names, but I think the coach deserves it. You know, we already got the coach for the Chiefs. He's got it. He's going to be there for a while. But, you know, I think it's a little deserving. That's all. I think he just took too much slack.
I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not even watching the Super Bowl, to be honest. And I get the hot plays, to be honest with you. I didn't watch last year either. I find myself not watching the Super Bowl more and more. I don't know why, though. Like, not for any particular reason. Other than usually on that night, I find something else. Well, the past couple of years, there's been some kind of big wrestling event, which there's one this weekend, fellow wrestlers. And you've got wrestling too. Sunday night, you got yourself the Royal Rumble, and the winner of that will be heading straight to WrestleMania.
Oh,
Had to switch it up. We started with sports. Now we're going to talk real sports.
Yes. Not scripted. Not scripted at all.
I don't want to hear this.
Well, I know we're in January,
scripted, but it's entertaining.
Oh, it's entertaining. I mean, it's in the script entirely, but you know,
there's new. Well, if you watch that Undertaker documentary, you see that even though it's script, it doesn't matter.
Right. Things can change.
Yeah. You might get knocked out and Brock Lesnar has to pin you. You weren't supposed to lose. That's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got to pin you so they can get you to a hospital because you are knocked out. Also, I always think back to, what was his name? Damn it. He was
Chris
a part
Jericho?
of No, Arriba La Raza. Oh, shit.
That's the name.
Long-haired Hispanic guy. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. Anyway, he ended up having a heart attack in the ring. And he was supposed to win that match. But something Guerrero.
Eddie.
It was
Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero? There you go. Eddie Guerrero.
Guerrero.
So, yeah, he ended up having a heart attack in the ring and had to be pinned real quick so he can be taken out. Unfortunately, as we all know, he didn't make it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Then you got Owen Hart. We saw that in his last match.
Yeah. We were watching the pay-per-view when he fell to his death. That was weird.
Yeah, we saw the last match. It was a non-recorded wrestling match in Chicago. And then the next night, he came in the same way he came in the night before, just different outcome. Mm-hmm. So, very, very interesting.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, I've seen many a good wrestler die. It's unfortunate. I remember, like, one of the ones that hurt me the first time was Big Boss Man. When he passed away, I was like, oh, that sucks. That happens, man. You know, you can't be beefcake like that forever. You know, and then beat the hell out of your body, you're going to go. That's how it goes.
Roddy Piper got me.
Yeah, that one sucked. But I mean, at least he was older.
Yeah, but still, he still went too soon though.
He's a bit of a drunk. I mean, Ric Flair. Woo! The Nature Boy. Woo! Woo! Woo!
I can feel my ears vibrating.
You having a woo off?
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Oh,
The
let me
Nature
stop
Boy.
this. Let me stop this at one point.
Yeah.
No, I don't talk religion, but this is the fun part.
Uh-huh.
Going to the one church, it was awesome because there came in a woo, and I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever. I've never been in church and pulled a Ric Flair, woo, and it's just it's there, and it's just like okay. And sometimes it was asked upon, especially when I joined in because I was the loudest woo or second loudest, let's just say. And then there was time. It's like, where's John at? John, give me a woo. Woo! All right. It's like, let's get back to the sermon. Hold on a second. We're wooing. And then going into the sermon. Well, all right, let's do a woo. Let's do an amen and a praise Jesus. Woo! There we go. They just dug a little deeper for me, by the way.
Yeah, he's about, what was it? He's up there. He's
one
of the oldest guys I know. Yeah, he's a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a baseball fan, but I'm not. But something crossed the news path this week. I guess the Baseball Hall of Fame can't get their shit together to vote for anybody, so nobody's being inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yes.
What do you know about this?
This is not the first time that's actually happened. So they didn't get enough votes. You actually have to get 85% on all the ballots, basically. Well, all the ballots to equal out to 85% for somebody to go ahead and actually be entered into the Hall of Fame. And we've had people that were at 73.5 and other ones. And then you had Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa. Pardon me. Yeah, they were in the 60s.
These are names I know. Mark McGwire was the home run hero when I was younger. Barry Bonds.
He's got the home run record for most home runs ever and home runs hit in a season. But they're in the steroids era. They tested positive for it, and they're known for it. They went out with the when they were being investigated with the FBI, and they, a few of them admitted, "Hey, yes, I use steroids." So
yeah, I remember Jose Canseco was talking about his use with them and shit.
Right, he said that, and then there was so many people, players that growing up watching never expected that. Maglio Ordonez, outfielder for the White Sox, then went to Detroit. Guy was actually playing baseball in the neighborhood with all the kids. This is a professional baseball player. On his off days, would go out there with a glove and play baseball. Like, this was a cool guy. Mm-hmm. And then come to find out, the way that he stayed in the big leagues wasn't because, he could play outfield well. It was because he could hit. But he had to use some juice to get some extra power to get going. But in that era, it sold. So they won't put an asterisk next to their name and let them in the Hall of Fame because they cheated. Same thing with the 1919 White Sox. They won't put anybody in there, even if they weren't affiliated with the scandal of throwing the World Series. Like Shoeless Joe Jackson, he was numerous accounts. And, of course, I wasn't alive then, but this is all reading reports.
Right.
He stated that he never took a dime and denied the money when they did offer to him. He's like, no.
Who does that remind me of? Oh, shit. It's from the 70s and the 80s. Pete Rose. That's his name.
Now,
that's what I heard it for. Now, sorry, folks. I'm not a baseball guy. When I was a kid, I watched the White Sox backs when Ventura and Big Frank and them were a part of Carlton Fisk and shit. Actually, I think he played for the Cubs. No, he was the catcher for the White Sox.
Yes. But the whole thing with Pete Rose, people are still trying to petition, especially in Cincinnati because he's loved here. But
he cheated.
He got it. Well, he didn't cheat. He gambled.
He gambled and then tried to throw the game.
No, he never tried to throw the game.
Oh, I thought he tried to throw the game so that he could make his money.
They had the rule you're not allowed to gamble. He never he said he never gambled on his team. He always bet against everybody else. But then later on, when we got the new commissioner for baseball, he came in and everybody's like, hey, petition, get him in there. See if you can get everything reversed and get your name in the Hall of Fame. And he openly said to him, he's like, yes, I did, bet on the Cincinnati Reds when I was managing them. When I was playing, yes. And he went, okay, done deal. you can be an ambassador, but you will never have your name in the books. So he still has or in theory, he still has the record for most hits, even though Iruchio Suzuki's got it. But they were adding up his Japan stats and the American League stats, MLB stats. So they're saying that he really is the champion, even though it's two different, divisions and everything else. But so yeah, they're still petitioning to this time, but his name's, I don't think, ever going to be added to it. And if it is, it's going to be a long shot, and he's probably not going to be around when it happens, sadly.
Well, that's that. That's that on the baseball.
Yeah.
I saw there's supposed to be some playoffs tonight. What is it? Is it hockey? The Blues are playing tonight?
It's not hockey. Hockey just started their season. So
okay. No, there's playoffs. Then what is it? Basketball tonight? Who's in the playoffs right now?
There is no playoffs running right now other than football in theory. That's the only thing.
Something got canceled tonight.
There is NCAA right now.
Oh, maybe that might be it.
There are some college games that are being canceled right now due to
COVID.
Exactly. So there's some issues with that. I mean, everything's shortened down right now. Even the hockey season's shortened down because of everything. Last year, the season was shortened down. The only thing really that's standing time is football. They still had their 16 games scheduled and run, and they're doing everything else that they possibly can.
And wrestling.
Well, wrestling, you're absolutely right. Wrestling never got affected. They just went from sold-out arenas to an empty arena with all the screens, which that is difficult, but, I understand. Hey, make your money, still put out a show. People are actually able to be entertained. I don't normally watch wrestling, but when that was the only thing really on that was live, that was something interesting to watch. Absolutely, I put that on. Hell, on ESPN when I could, I put on the Japanese baseball because it was on in the morning or something like that. So ESPN was broadcasting that. That was the only live sports we were taking with and dealing with for the longest time. It's like, okay, we have that, and then we have wrestling. Hey, they're still doing it this way. Okay, UFC. UFC was still going on a little bit too, but
I was going to say another sport. That isn't as recognized is that slapping competitions. That continued. I found myself watching a couple of those. The crazy Hawaiian and whatnot slapped the hell out of somebody, and also out of Russia, bare knuckle boxing. They put these two guys in a ring of hay and let them at it, bare knuckle.
Hey, take it easy now. Also, I forgot to mention, depending on the area, it's bean bags. You throw it in a little wood board that's got the hole in it, or cornhole, depending on what area.
Cornhole. Yeah.
Some areas is cornhole. Some areas cornhole is a different terminology, and I'm not going there. But
whoop. Right.
So on that one, that was actually going on. They were putting masks on, grabbing the bags, and then throwing them and doing everything. So
yeah. Well, they just let sports come back here in Illinois, high school sports and stuff, and but. Everything that's going to play, it doesn't matter what it is. It's got a shortened season, no playoffs, and the kids must wear masks the entire time. So basketball players are going to have masks on.
What?
Yeah, and football players are going to have masks on.
How the hell are you going to breathe though? Like it's very difficult. You're running at full speed. That's reducing your oxygen because all you're breathing is just more of your own carbon.
Yeah, people are going to be, knocked out. But I guess they gave it a trial run with the volleyball leagues. That got to go first. And everybody was wearing masks. And although it was harder on the body, they were able to do it. They're only going to do like 6 or 7 games,
But you still have a guy playing football, let's say, or even a guy playing basketball that's got to run up and down the court. They're going to be falling over, and then that's going to be more of an issue because you just had somebody pass out, not be able to control themselves, and hit the ground hard. You're going to have a lot more injuries and a lot more problems. That doesn't make any sense. For sure. But I mean, rules is rules. That's what's coming. Yeah, I thought that was interesting when I heard about that. That is stupid because there's so many different things, different states with policies. even with the vaccine that's going out right now, it's supposed to be this many people are supposed to be vaccinated by this time. This is what they projected, and none of that is working. Even for state by state to county, okay, just by different counties in the state, everything is planned out differently. For like Ohio, the governor here said, all right, each county's head person is basically going to plan all this out and run all this. Not just, hey guys, this is what the plan I've got, and this is what we're going to do. No, this is what you guys are going to do. And then we're going to go ahead and vaccinate people of this age. We're going to give, frontline workers in hospitals and stuff. We're going to give them that. In certain areas, they're giving prison guards and prisoners the shots before they're giving it to police officers.
That makes sense.
I don't know. Do you have somebody that's...
you ready to have this debate? And I'm going to tell you why it makes sense. You ready?
Let's have this debate.
Here's why. You got your inmates getting sick. Nobody cares. They're criminals. We all want them to rot away. I get that. But while they're getting sick, the people that cannot leave these small confined spaces, it's not like they can keep 6 feet of distancing. Remember, most of our prison systems are overpopulated. So it's people on top of people on top of people. What, you're going to let that guard socially distance? No, he has to stay in the room, right? So when that guard gets ill, he takes it back home to his family. And you're seeing that as being a breakout, right? Where that's bringing it out and putting it back into the system so much that, as a preventative measure,
but hold on.
Vaccination is still going to make you sick, but you won't die. Your family won't die. Now, a regular cop on the street gets lots of time to at least drive with the windows down. Me as a bus driver, we have to drive with the windows open. That's something I get to do. A prison won't. They don't get that.
I understand that, and I'm not saying anything against that. I'm not saying forget about...
One more point, if I may. Prison food, not the greatest.
No.
So people's immune systems are kind of low, and they're more susceptible to it. And here's the thing. You got guys in prison for fucking selling drugs.
Right.
That's not a death sentence, John.
I'm not saying that. Please don't take it the way that that I'm saying it is they are stationary. Mm-hmm. So the people to really bring anything in would be the guards. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and vaccinate the guards. But also go ahead and have any of your firefighters, paramedics, or police officers that are going to be interacting with the public on a more of a wide open basis.
First responders all across the board got it first. That was round 1A.
No, not
first
here.
Responders. Oh,
no.
Well, then I guess the cops.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and that's the thing I'm trying to understand, because they are first responders, and it's state by state it varies, county by county it varies. So it just all depends on the scenario.
A cop doesn't have to touch you either if you're not breaking the law, but a paramedic does, so that makes sense.
A firefighter does.
Yep.
The firefighter and the paramedic are for sure entering your own home. So if you have it and they don't know, they're walking in, and if they have a mask on or if they don't, they're more susceptible to it. You do have a police officer that gets called into a scene or to a site or something. Something like that happens. It's the same thing. Now, I feel, like I said, go ahead and give it to the guards, give it to the other people as well. I think it should be handled a little differently. I even asked, they're doing this stuff out here by me, and they're saying, hey, we're doing scheduling. So I said, okay, well, I'm in numerous people's apartments every day.
Yeah.
So I'm more susceptible to get it because I see, God knows how many people a day. Yeah. So I said, okay, well, what's the chances of me actually getting on a list for this? And they told me, well, are you sick? I'm like, no, I'm not sick. Do you have a good immune system? Yes. I mean, I deal with shit. So a lot of times when you're dealing with human feces and dirt and a lot of that, your immune system's a little bit more better. Now, do I get sick? Yes, I do. But, they were asking, do I have any medical problems or anything? And I said, well, no, I don't. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? You're going to be on a list waiting for a while. Like, it's going to be a long time before you get yours. I'm like, but, I was somebody that was supposed to stay working when the shutdown happened for all states and everything else. But, okay, so I'm an essential employee, but when it comes down to something like this, I'm not. It's a gray area. Now, I'm not saying I should get it at the same time cops and firemen and doctors or nurses or anything like that. But, I think I don't know. It's one of those things. You're a school bus driver. I think you should be one of those as well.
I am. I'm already in the first, phase 1 was first responders, 1B is the phase that we're in now, and that's my phase. I'm
Okay.
I just got to get my name on the list because there's not enough
Carl,
here.
put your name on the wall.
I'm trying. It's hard to get your name on the wall.
Oh, I see.
You know, long and short of it, yeah, pretty much I am going to get it, and I put a lot of thought into it, and yeah, I'm going to get it.
Yep, same here. And when it comes available, I'm taking it. I'm going to get it.
My heads up though, there is they're saying that 4 or 5 days after you get it, it's not uncommon to get a real nasty case of the shits. Like your stomach feels like it's hurting and you cramping and you shit. And they said it's worse the second dose. So I don't know what all you've heard, but it's something that you need to know. It's not a big deal. It's better than dying from COVID. You know, it's but it is a side effect to the shot. And it happens to a lot of folks. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me because fuck exact numbers. I don't have them. All right.
And plus, we can't say. There's also different things that I was listening to local talk radio.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have physical proof, so I can't prove what I was hearing.
I can't stand, real quick, I can't stand people that sit in front of microphones and talk.
And you don't know if they know what they're actually talking about. Like, what research have they done?
Is so stupid.
Yeah, good thing we don't do that.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't do that.
Yeah, we're not doing talk radio. Yeah. But it was actually talking about different things on how now with the different, and I didn't want to talk really politics, but I'm bringing it up myself.
Bring it in. We talk about everything here.
Exactly. So they were stating now with the election over, we have a new president. Now the tests they're talking about to, step it back a little bit so that way it doesn't show as rampant now. Like, okay, we can go ahead and show something, like give you a test, but if it's not to this level, you don't have it. You're okay. You can go back to work.
It's always been like that. No, I don't know if you know this,
they're stepping back always, a little further.
Right, but everything that they test for is like how many parts per million you have, because you're walking around with all sorts of shit. Like you have MRSA in you right now. I promise you. The thing that made our mother very, very sick. And it's very real when your immune system goes so low. But she had so much of it in her, it got the best. You and I, we every time you go to a grocery store, I promise you, or you're touching something public, you're dealing with MRSA. That's for sure. And yeah, it's all in play, isn't it, to control the narrative, man. They just want to keep us in the dark. And who is they? I don't know. No, I don't know exactly. The powers that be. That's what it is. It's not necessarily your government. It's the people that run the government. The people that own the government. It's them. Yeah. It's like that GameStop shit that's going on right now. Since you brought up politics, I'm in it now. I'm pissed.
GameStop and what else? There's a few other things like and fill me in on. I've got part of this information. Fill me in on what you know about this because I need the piece to be filled.
I'm gonna speak, thinking that we have different levels of intelligence that watch the show. Okay, so you have different levels of knowledge. To use that, I fully understand Wall Street. This isn't for you. All right. For everybody who else is like here's stocks and is kind of like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is for you. So there's companies that allow regular Joes like you and me to buy stocks like Acorn. Maybe you heard of E-Trade. There's more out there. Those aren't the other. Robinhood. Okay. And that takes the broker out of it. So you don't have to pay a middleman to buy stocks and there's no minimum. Okay. So there's not some guys like, you got to buy 100 stocks or I ain't even doing business with you because you're not worth my time.
Right.
You can buy one. You can, if you want to. Okay. So there's a bunch of folks that have put 2 and 2 together, and you don't have to be really smart with the Wall Street to know this. GameStop is failing. It's failing because it's a brick and mortar store in 2021 when the world is going digital. It's just a sad truth. And to be honest, side note, you and I were in a GameStop right after Christmas, and it's goddamn depressing. They don't have consoles. They've got a very small selection of games. So even if you do try to save them because you love them and you want to keep, a GameStop around, it's very hard to support them. It really is. So knowing this, there's a whole nother side of Wall Street. Now, people may understand that when you buy stocks, you buy it at one price. and you hope that the price goes up, and then you either sell the stock or you hold on to it and whatever, and your value goes up. That's normal stock trading on Wall Street. Then there's a whole nother spooky, scary skeleton side that is less interesting but way more dirty. And what it is buying the short end of stocks. So what this means is you're betting against people. And you buy these stocks not like regular stocks. You buy these stocks for a company you think is going to fail, like GameStop, at one price, hoping the price goes down. And you're betting that it will. And when it does, you give those stocks back, those shitty stocks that you lost money on, but you actually end up making money on it because it's a bet. It's like, I bet you're going to do bad. And when I gave it back, you did. So I made a ton of money off you. This happened. They bought GameStop stocks, went from like $12 to $45. And they saw that the new CEO who took control of them is pretty much like a liquidator guy. He's going to crash the shit. GameStop's on its last leg. And they all knew it. And so the big billionaires, we're talking GMC, by the way, a big company, billionaires invested in the short sale, the short stocks, betting against it. Well, regular folks like you and me that are really fucking pissed off, that are gathering at capitals to tell the government we're pissed off, who are showing up to voting booths, regardless who you voted for, to let them know we're pissed off, who are going to the streets and fucking shit up to let them know that we're pissed off. Went to their Reddits and their Facebooks and their Twitters, and they talked and they said, hey, GameStop stock went to 45. These guys bought it. They're betting against it. Let's fuck the big man. Like they always fuck us.
Right.
Buy what you can. John, take $20. Is that all you got? Buy what stock you can. I'm going to buy what I can. We all do it. And they were able to get that stock up, John, to $345 a stock.
Damn. How did I miss this one?
Fucking right. So the hedge fund people that were wanting it to tank back down to $5 are shitting themselves because they owe big money now. And so much that GNC had to get a bailout to, it was either yesterday or today, like of hundreds of millions of dollars from the government because they bet and they lost. They lost. Here's the downside. So us people won, right? The downside is the big companies own Acorn, own all these Robin Hoods and all that. So they just shut it down. They said, for your protection, since there's no regulation in those departments, we're not going to allow you to buy or sell these GameStop stocks today. So here's all these people with this great stock, and they're like, you son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like I put my last 20 in, and they know it. And once again, the big man got over. I think it's an absolute fucking crime. It's robbery. And because they moved the goalpost as soon as they lost. And they just need to wake up and realize we are all tired of it in one way or another. It's like they think, and sometimes they are. They're good at keeping us fighting. The pipeline thing even had me make a comment. You know, I had to eat some crow tonight. The truth is, they're trying to do anything they can to keep us separate and fighting and all that. And they got the upper hand. And we're just so fucking sick of it. We're all so fucking sick of it. I don't hate my neighbor. I don't hate my fellow man. I don't hate Republicans. I don't hate liberals. Liberals. I don't hate.
We don't use our abilities to talk to try to do anything.
Right. I don't need words for this podcast. I don't hate people in other countries, especially in countries I can't spell and I can't point out on a fucking map. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't hate anybody out there. I don't, and that pisses them off. If they can't keep us divided, then we come together. And when we do, lately we've been shaking shit up. And I don't care if I'm talking about Antifa taking over a whole goddamn city, or if I'm talking about a siege of a capital, or I don't give a fuck if I'm talking about we beat them in the stock market in their own game. It's time for them to wake up. We are fucking tired of it. And these, I feel, are just small little, falling dominoes, if you will, to a bigger picture. If they don't change it and start fucking stop being so damn evil and greedy. I mean, you can only push people into a corner for so long. People's insulin's being raised. Not good. You're fucking with people. And it's just, I don't know. I try not to sound too much like a crazy person out there, but I mean, I think that's the end point. Even if you are sitting back and you're like, no, fuck liberals or fuck Republicans or whatever, fuck Christians. They're not really your enemy. If you can just stop for a second, calm down, and realize that your Democratic or Republican neighbor is not your Democratic or Republican senator who is fucking you or your president, you'll realize you guys got a hell of a lot more in common than what you think. No matter how much you're like, he's a tree hugging hippie and I'm a gun blowing off son of a bitch. You guys have a lot more in common than what you think. And man, we just got to keep at him. You know, I say good. We just keep fucking giving it. Keep giving it. I don't want nobody dead, but we need to keep fucking like as non-violently as possible. Let them know we're here. Keep showing them our numbers. You know, that's it.
And there's a few other things too on that. I agree with you. You know, people need to speak up more. There's a lot of times where people will just, yeah, let's speak our mind. Oh, I want to be over here. You know, it's hard because you're not standing up as a, you know, as a nation, as a group, as a community, or anything like that. And here's something. Recently, I got a phone call on the home phone, and it was from the Republican Party talking about, well, how we need to change things because now the Democrats hold, you know, more power in all this, and you're right as a Republican. And it was actually a live person talking to me, and I said, well, you know, I really don't want to support or help on any of this. And they said, well, why? Like, because I'm an independent. Actually, I'm a free thinker. I don't stand as anything. So I don't go as Republican as Democrat. I pick and choose who I want to vote for.
Me
so,
too.
I don't care what color it
is. Guy in there.
Right. I didn't care what color it is. To me, it's gray because it's not red, it's not blue, and it's not the Green Party. So, you know, it's hit or miss. So then there was a phone call recently too, right? Not the 2 days after that, and it was something about Democrats. Because it shows you voted Democrat once or twice or whatever it is. You know, we want to, you know, say we're getting this, and we want to go ahead and keep our numbers strong against the Republicans. So we want to come to you to see if you're going to support this and you know, help with that. And I said, well, you know, the other day when they called me for the Republican side, I said I wasn't going to help them. Well, that's great because, you know, we need you on the Democratic side. Well, I'm not helping you either. You're not.
Yeah, I was born with 2 middle fingers, so.
And I'm like, no, I'm again, I'm a free thinker, so I
Right.
would do. The best way to describe it to you is I'll classify myself as independent. And they went, oh, well, we'll remove your name off the list. Thank you. I'm like, wait a second. Hold on. We're going to bash each other. We're going to do all this. Republicans are bad. No, wait. Democrats are bad. But when someone sits there and says, no, I don't like either damn party. They both suck. And I'm an independent because I don't agree with either side and what their decisions are, what policies they have. Now, yes, some I agree with. Some I'll stand up for. Again, Republican or Democrat. And then you have the other side where it's like, no, what the hell?
Right.
You have huge discussions right now. Okay, let's make the not the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have people talking about, well, let's bring up, you know, the regular minimum wage, not just federal, but regular minimum wage, and that'll help out people. Well, in theory, yes, but in theory, no, because once you raise up the minimum wage and everybody's making that, they're going to raise prices of food. And they're going to raise prices of living.
I'm tired of hearing there's an excuse coming from a place like Chicago, Illinois. The minimum wage was moved to $10 10 years ago. The price of food went up, but it went up at the same rate as the rest of the country. Also, case in point, California. The price of food went up at the same rate. Their gas is more, their cost of living is more, but that has more to do with location, and then the other one is to do with just the overpricing of real estate.
Yeah.
But they put their minimum wage to $15 an hour 2 or 3 years ago, and guess what? I'm gonna break it to you. I'm glad you're sitting down. You ready for this? California's still there.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, it's still there.
But my thing is here, they want to raise that, and fine. People that work in fast food, I've done it. You've done it.
Mm-hmm.
We've all, you know, a lot of people have gone into that industry. Yeah. It was a job, and I stayed there until I got a different job that was better, you know, to support who I am and what I do. And right now I'm in a trade, and that pays me for what I do. And you're being a bus driver, you had to get a CDL, correct?
Oh, absolutely. But my job is limited. So is yours. In my household, more people work minimum wage than above it.
I understand.
Now, not your household, but you guys are very fortunate. Everybody can't get it, and unfortunately, here's the other thing: so much of the country is minimum wage. Like, look how many people Walmart employ.
Mm-hmm.
What's that start off at, John? Damn near minimum wage.
It's right there, yeah.
Target employs how many people? Amazon employs many people. Now, Amazon doesn't start at minimum wage, but they start at $15 an hour. Okay, and look, where's some of the cheapest places you can buy stuff? There's my biggest argument. Where's some of the cheapest places you can buy something? Amazon. Amazon competes directly with Walmart. Now, how the hell do they do that when they pay their employees on average at least double, plus their union? How?
They don't have the same box stores.
Right, and they figured out how to make it work, and there is a sweet spot. When you have so much of the country, look, do you know what the federal minimum wage is?
I had it earlier, and I can't remember the damn off the top of my head. Of course, I can't do it now.
What do you think it is? It's 2021. And to help you out before you answer, a pack of cigarettes is $10 damn near no matter where you go in the country. 7,
something here, yeah.
8.
Yes.
Okay. A gallon of gas is at least $2.30 no matter where you go in the country.
Yep,
right?
just filled up for that, yeah.
A gallon of milk, there's an Aldi, I think about $2 all across the country is the cheapest milk you can find. Now, knowing that, how much is
$1.78?
Yeah. How much is 1 hour of work minimum wage federal level?
$8.59 an hour. If we're lucky, 10.
So okay, so that sounds pretty good. You ready for what it really is?
Shoot.
$7.25.
I was on the sign today.
21. It's $7.25. And if you're a waitress, it's $3.50. Are you hearing me?
Oh, I'm hearing you.
How much is just no, fuck that. How much is just Netflix a month?
$10 nowadays.
Okay, so at the very
Disney
least,
Plus, you're looking almost $10.
Okay, so you got to work 2 hours to have Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
You getting what I'm saying?
And I'm getting what you're saying. So I'll say this.
The rest of the things have already kind of came up,
right?
And went above. And I can prove this to you. When I was 16 years old, I made $5 an hour, which was minimum wage. That's what it was when I was 16. A pack of cigarettes was $2. Gas was $1. Soda was 50 cents a can. So with 1 hour's wage, I would get 1 pack of cigarettes, 2 gallons of gas, 2 cans of pop. All right. Let's do that same thing today. 1 hour's wage is $7.25. Gas is $2.50, so you're only going to get 2 gallons is going to be like $5. You can't afford one pack of cigarettes. No. That's not happening.
No.
And a can of pop is $1, a little over $1. So you can get 2 gallons of gas and 1 pop. Doesn't that sound like something went wrong? You're right. Like the minimum wage wasn't brought up so let's do that math. Okay. So what would it cost to get 2 gallons of gas, 2 pops, and 1 pack of cigarettes? Well, 1 pack is, what'd you say there?
It's like 7 something.
7 something. So let's go 8 to cover the tax.
Yep.
2 gallons of gas is 5. 8 plus 5 is 12.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then 2 $1 pops, 13, 14.
Yep.
$15 isn't unreasonable, John. That's getting
hold on.
That's just getting the minimum wage back to where it needs to be.
And there's been a couple companies that a couple years ago, I'll say like Fifth Third Bank, they went ahead and said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and make things better. Everybody coming in and everybody that's at this thing is going to be immediately bumped up to $15 an hour. So your first day at Fifth Third Bank is $15. You've been there for 4 years. You were at $15. You didn't get a pay raise.
No, I get it. That same thing happened in the bus company. When I started driving the bus, it was $10 an hour. All right, which was $2 an hour more than our state minimum wage, $3 an hour more than the federal.
Mm-hmm.
When I had been there for my 5th year, they had finally brought it up to $15 an hour. Okay, and when they did, just like what you said, any new bus driver that was coming in at $15 an hour, which is the same rate that I'm at. And now that we're at $18 an hour and 25 cents, Anybody coming in is at 18.25 as well. So, it's just kind of the way that it's going. But I'm not bitching because I'm glad to have it,
Right.
but I see others in my household, which, by the way, most of these minimum wage jobs do not give you 40 hours.
No.
No.
They
You get
cheat you, so that way
30,
they don't have to pay as much.
what is it, 32 or under?
Right. If you're just under 32, then you're still considered and
Part-time.
there's a weekage. There's a weekage though. If you go so many weeks in a row where you're at 33 hours, it's mandatory they have to move you to full time. So
Right.
that's one of the things that Sam's Club and Walmart and a few other companies, I saw that where they had schedules made up and it went so many weeks and then it skipped 2 weeks where they had barely any hours just so that way they can cover their asses because they didn't want to make people, full-time employees. I'm like,
Right.
but because they don't have to give them the same healthcare policies. They don't have to give them this. They don't have to give them that. They don't get the same as many vacation days. I'm like, well, they're putting in the same amount of hours as I am. I'm a full-time employee, but still, that never made too much sense to me. But of course, it's always bottom dollar. How much are we going to make for this? Big mom and pop places are going to get crushed with a lot of stuff with it because they can't afford a lot of times, to pay the increase in that compared to the big box stores where they're like, oh, okay, we'll just go ahead and do this, and yeah, we can cover this right now. We can do a little bit more.
Mom and Pa has something though that Walmart don't. If you went to Walmart tomorrow and saw that toilet paper was $500, you wouldn't buy it.
No,
you would go fuck you. But your mom and pa store, if you go there and they're like, look, we have to double our prices because we have to pay our employees a little bit more. Jim and Tim, those two. You've seen them for years. You've been coming in here every weekend. You're gonna go, okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's where the thing is like, so that way they can keep it down. So Walmart pretty much has a better day. They just try to sell us all on like, oh no, it'll blow up if you do that. That's not true. That's not true. It's not going to blow up. Everything's going to be fine. It's what it is you're going to be giving people the rate that they were making. Like you mentioned, when we were kids, having no skills with a no-skill job, I made more at $5 an hour than I would today at making $7.25.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a win-win to me. Like, yeah, and that one, raise it. It needs to be raised. It should have been raised a long time ago. The goods all went up. So, yeah. I look at this and I'm kind of grounded in this one because I have, like I said, folks that live with me. And with this whole COVID thing, we've all been put on unemployment throughout this past year for different stints and for different reasons. And you know what unemployment compensates a part-time employee with per week? What do you think they give you per week unemployment to survive? Now, remember, you've just been put out for no reason of your own. It's because of COVID. What do you think it is? A week.
$300.
300? Okay, so you'd be walking away with about $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
You could possibly pay your rent, maybe with that, maybe some food. You ready for this?
Shit.
$100.
Yeah, that's a shame.
So the whole month you get $400. You're supposed to pay your rent with $400? Where the fuck can you live anywhere other than a studio apartment for $400?
Even the studio apartments that I know about in the area, no, that's not even $400. That's $700.
So what do you do? I'll tell you what you do. You did what people in my family had to do. They moved back in with me, and we're all living together. And everyone's like, oh, okay, well, good, that's fine. We have nothing to worry about. No, but these are brand new people. These are people that have a baby. And so even with the both of them, you say, well, that was $800 a month. That you're getting closer, sure.
But then that's still, you got food,
lights?
diapers,
What about
you got gas, you got everything. Yeah.
You're so fucked. It's a joke.
And then you have some people that say, well, unemployment, when you get put on that's just a crutch to help you till you get to the next thing, to help you find a job while you're working, not working. And I went, okay, to a certain degree. But then you have a scenario like that. I was very fortunate. I never had to go on unemployment. My job stayed, busy and consistent. So I didn't have to go through all that. But it is truly a shitty thing because you have somebody that was forced out of it that got told, no, you can't come to work. Here,
Right.
you're going to get this. And then, well, sorry about your luck. You can't work right now, but, this will help you out momentarily.
And it's
And
true
it's not even really a help. It's a fucking Band-Aid.
not even a bad. And the government did help initially where they gave $600 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So we were making $1,200 every 2 weeks, which was more than what I make normally. I was like, holy shit. So we didn't worry that first month. But after that ran out, the rest of this year, there hasn't really been a boost. There was like one boost for $300 and now it's $300. So, and that's what everybody's getting their fucking panties in. Like, stop giving people money. Dude, how much money do you fucking think they're getting? Right. At best case scenario, they're getting $800 every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. All right. And that's not balling. No. What world is $1,600 a month balling? It's not. I don't know, man. Once again, you see, everybody's getting.
I work 45 hours at least a week, at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even with the, I don't make 15. I make above that, but mm-hmm. I'm in a trade. So, and I earned everything that I got. The raises that I've got, I've earned every penny. I've worked my ass off for it. Long days, long nights. And
so let's talk about entry level. What about an entry level guy? Somebody, that's coming in here
at my company?
Yeah.
15. Basically, it's around $14-15 an hour.
And they're going to get 40 hours a week.
Yes. If they want more, there's an option there for them to get more.
That's 800. That's let's see. Well, 10 would be 400, so that's $600 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So even them 6 times 4, that's $2,400 a month.
Mm-hmm. You got to throw in their car payments. You got to throw in their rent. You got to throw in.
You don't have to explain internet. To me. Right. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. You get my point.
So I got your point.
I'm not talking about you, someone who's earned every dime above that 15. I'm not questioning you.
No.
I'm saying the guy that comes in, and if he was in Illinois and he gets laid off, he gets $100 a week.
Right.
Which how the fuck does somebody go from $2,400 to $400?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's funny is while they're doing that, you also saw how they're putting through the thing where it waives your rent, like, so you can't be evicted. Well, these people aren't getting any charity. You just can't be evicted. You still owe all that rent.
Oh, yeah.
So now when we put this guy, let's say this lucky guy that works with you, he's been out for 6 months. Let's say his rent is, he's a studio apartment, so it's $500 a month. He hasn't paid rent because he spends $500 a month on gas, lights, cigarettes, and food. And I don't want to hear this shit about, you don't have to smoke. Fuck off. You don't have to breathe. It's what people do to live and cope and whatnot. All right. So five times 5, right? He's at $2,500.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that he's got to pay back.
Mm-hmm.
You just get him back to work. He makes $2,400 a month. And he's got all this on his plate. That's going to take him for fucking ever to pay back. Yeah, he might get a month or two per,
mm-hmm.
a month paid back. But also that month adds another $500. So he's got to pay that, And then let's go even bigger.
There was also supposed to be different scenarios, too, where there was a plan in place to help companies to basically fill out, to go into this thing to fill out, which that ran out very quickly, by the way. So that way they could still pay out their employees like they were still working and everything else. But that was a great idea. Until you have big places go, well, we got the money to pay these people. We can do all this. Let's just apply for this because the government's giving me free money.
And they did.
And
they took it.
Exactly. Yeah. They took it in a heartbeat. So you had, Outback. There's a place out here called Jeff Ruby's. He sure as shit went ahead and signed up for that because he's not going to pay out of his pocket to go ahead and take care of his employees. He's going to look at him, no, I'm sorry, I can't pay you this, but, the government's doing this, so you'll still be covered. And then it's a write-off for them. They don't have to pay anything back. It's ridiculous.
It's absolutely criminal. It is.
And even the owners of my company were talking about, like, we don't want to lay you off. We don't want to do any of this. Like, we want to keep you guys working. And I've been, like I said, I've been very lucky. Right now, in the apartment industry, we're at my place, we're at 90%. With everybody paying 90% out of 100% of our out of all of our tenants, 90% of them are paid. and we still have that talent.
That's good. Now that what sucks is and there's the other blowback. What, everybody that's a landlord is a millionaire? No.
Mm-mm.
Some people only own one property and rent it out
Right.
for some extra money, and they've been wondering, when am I going to get some money?
Hmm.
I can't kick the guy out,
But
not legally.
on that one, we can't kick him out.
Fucked. No.
We can't kick him out, but we still got a mortgage we got to pay. We still got to
That's
pay
right.
on his property. We still got to pay on that
The
property.
insurance.
We still got a crew we got to pay for. Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
No, absolutely.
It's a fuckery the whole way down. And you
I
look
agree.
at other countries that give, $1,000 a month. This whole time that went, they gave $1,000 a month to every man, woman, and child.
Mhm.
Like, they're still here. Canada's still here, John.
Yep.
They're doing fine. They're just doing.
Oh, yeah.
uh,
Got Australia. What? I'm trying to remember the other places where they were doing that. And yeah,
like Sweden. Yeah, other
Yeah.
places in the world. Germany paid
Yeah.
you to stay home. Yeah, they took a hit, and here's the thing: they work off of the American dollar,
Mhm.
so they can't just print it like we can. You
Right.
know, it's fucking sad, and it's no wonder everybody's pissed off and everybody's ready to come back. It all comes full circle when you look at it all.
There's even the whole thing about the last stimulus. People were, $600. Hey, the $600 helped me. I was able to put that towards a bill. Actually, I paid for new glasses and
Yeah.
everything else. So,
I did too.
Yeah.
I paid off some bills with it. That's
and
what I
then
did.
they said, well, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go and put that in the economy right now. You're supposed to help that out. Well, I'm sorry. To help me out, I didn't have the money to go ahead and buy new glasses, or the stimulus check before that. I put that towards bills. I got to get my stuff, taken care of, because I'm the one with a mortgage payment. I'm one with a car payment, 2 car payments, and everything else. So it's like, no, we need the help.
Right.
It's sad we keep getting fucked out of this, and I'm not getting fucked like you guys are. Like I said, I've been very, very lucky in this time being. But
I'm not getting
is
fucked
legit.
either. But like, I have people in my household that are like,
That's
so
what I mean.
that's why somebody might call me a bleeding liberal or whatever. I don't care what you call me. Just make it right. Just make it right. There's a lot of people suffering, and that are good people that want to work. This shit about they want to stay home on that unemployment. No, the fuck they don't. No, they don't. They want to get back to their lives. They want to make more, as a matter of fact. Because there's a lot of people who didn't get laid off who were minimum wage, like a Burger King worker who've been there the whole fucking time, making pennies, and all they got were these little things. They weren't fortunate like you and I to have something. They didn't have fucking unemployment. That didn't step in and help them. They were just fucked. It's
There was
angry.
even a friend of mine who worked for Sam's. Had a very long time there, very long time with the company, and didn't like how the policies were being put in place with everything. Didn't feel comfortable about being around so many people, and said, "No, I'm going to take this time and I'm going to be with my family to make sure they're okay."
Yeah.
And so Sam's, of course, they did the thing, and they said, "Well, here's your time frame. Either come to work or you're going to be let go." Well, he didn't feel safe again to be around his family with all that and expose them. So no. So he recently just got a new job and excelling tremendously. It's like, oh, no, he doesn't want to work. He's lazy. He wants to do this. I work with this person again, excelling tremendously. And it's like, but people will sit there and say, no, that he's just lazy. He doesn't want to do that. No, you give the opportunity. You give the right standpoint of it. It's not that. So don't just look at it as, oh, unemployment is this. I've been very lucky again. Never collected unemployment, ever. I was able to land onto my feet to get another job and get something else. But that's there to help people. It's not there because of this. Now, is there people that abuse, the different things? Absolutely. But at this time that we're dealing with, I don't think that's the major issue. I think, the issue, again, is our government, and it's not helping the fellow man and people that's in our situations.
And there's plenty of people too who, by the way, don't file taxes.
Right.
Not because they're avoiding it. They're elderly. They're on SSI or something like this. They don't file taxes. There's no taxes to file. They didn't get a stimulus.
No.
Homeless people didn't get a stimulus.
Right.
I don't know. Well, this is a total fucking bummer, man. This was supposed to be Brothers Shenanigans. It's turned into brothers banding together to take over their bullshit.
Well, it was Brother Shenanigans in the very beginning and everything else. And then we actually got on real world topics, and we're speaking our minds finally on what's bothering us and everything else. So we can't always be funny and slapstick with everything. We actually bring the serious topics sometimes because, again, we will touch based on whatever on this one. We're not going to be shy about it. On almost everything. There's a couple topics I'm going to be quiet about. But
I would love to hear what all of them, what all the viewers there think. Definitely chime in. You hear some, give us some thoughts on what you think about some of these topics we brought up, or do your own video and tag us in it so we can check it out. I definitely would love to hear a video response. But yeah, something tells me we're not as divided as they want us to be. And I would love to know what you guys think. So,
and I'm sorry if I pissed anybody off with my own views or opinions, and it's not my intentions. I'm just trying to speak freely, and if I was wrong on some of it, and you give me the right information, I will apologize, like you did on that one. So,
well, yeah, I got to.
Yeah,
it's the only way to keep it open. And
oh yeah,
shit, the smartest man in the room knows that he's not that smart. Fucking. Mm-hmm. That's I don't ever want to claim like I know it all. I sure as hell don't. But I can tell you when I know what I don't like. And yeah, there's a lot to be said about the current states of things.
Yeah, literally the states of it.
Well, on that note,
well, hold on.
You got something for me?
Well, we can't finish off on that one.
Oh, okay. Where you go?
What rock group has 4 men that don't sing?
Rock group. 4 men that don't sing. The Bengals.
No, Mount Rushmore.
Funny. Good one. I said the Bengals because it's all girls.
When I was younger, yeah, when I was younger, my mother told me I could be anyone I wanted to be. Turns out, identity theft is a crime.
Yeah. It was that one my mom always told me: be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can be Batman, then be Batman.
What do sprinters eat before a race?
I don't know.
Nothing. They fast.
Oh, it's good. That's good. Keep it coming.
What do you call a mac and cheese that gets all up in your face?
Jalapeno mac and cheese.
Too close for comfort food.
Stupid.
See, we had to turn the note on that one.
Very good. Is that the end of you? So it reminds me of. Oh, I was going to say, have you heard? There's this damn cyclist. Every time I go downtown, I don't know what the hell he's doing, delivering mail or whatever. But every time I'm down there, he hits me. This guy. He's got the helmet and everything. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, that's funny. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle?
I don't know. Lay it on me.
Attire.
That's the winner so far. That's the winner so far. I like that. Did you hear about that new restaurant they opened up on the moon?
It's out of this world?
No. It turns out the food's really good. Just no atmosphere. You're laughing like you're about to give away all your used batteries, John, free of charge.
Why'd the old man fall in the well?
Why?
Because he couldn't see that well. What do you call a factory that sells passable products?
Passable products. I don't know.
A satisfactory. I know.
I say passable, satisfactory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. It's
that
terrible.
Not as good. That was not as good as some of the other ones.
It's one of those terrible ones, but you're just like, okay. Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer?
He couldn't see himself in that position.
Couldn't see himself doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a joke about construction?
Yeah, please.
And never mind. I'm still working on it. I was really angry the one day at my friend Mark for stealing my dictionary. I told him, "Mark my words."
Oh man, these are bottom of the barrel. Yeah.
But we're both laughing, so we're stupid.
Jesus, that's terrible.
I was just reminiscing about the beautiful herb garden I had when I was growing up. Good times.
You figured as much.
Oh.
All right, make it good. This is
the last one.
All right, give it to me.
Do you know what the last thing my grandfather said before he kicked the bucket?
No, what?
Grandson, watch how far I can kick this bucket.
Oh.
On that note, folks.
That'll work. On that note, your good buddy Riggs got to go do what he does best. And I know I tell you something different every time. Well, I got to do that, but I got to eat first.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to get me some food in this belly of mine.
Oh, yeah.
This didn't just happen by happenstance. No. This is a work in progress.
Well, alrighty. Well, I'm Johnny on the spot.
Yes, you are. And I'm Ring. And this was Brother Shenanigans.
Brother Shenanigans.
That's it.
Adult maintenance boo. Check it out.
That's right.